Dorothy Preston again, and I'm here this week to talk to you guys about dog food and which foods to feed your dog versus your cat. Last week was cat, so now I'm going to touch on dogs. Well, this is a like hot topic right now. Everybody has their opinion, and once again, this is my opinion. It's just based on what I would consider sound information. The first big area in dog food to discuss is dry versus canned, kind of like in the cats, except it's a different type of scenario in dogs because dogs are not the obligate carnivores that cats are. They can and should have some grain and vegetation in their diet as long as there's no allergy. So dry versus canned, they can eat the dry. It's not going to hurt their kidneys. They can have higher carbs in their diet. This isn't off the charts bad. The problem with the canned versus the dry and whether to feed your dog, one is price, two convenience, kind of like in cat food, but the third one is quality of the teeth, and are you going to get more dental disease if you feed your dog canned instead of dry? I personally think that answer is yes, just from the mouths I see every day and when I ask owners what they feed their pets. More dental disease is usually seen in the soft food, but scientifically proven, it is not. It is found in scientific studies that there's a few dog foods that it doesn't apply to, but that canned food and dry food are equal in how much dental disease it causes. So that being said, feed your dog canned food. They get more water, they like it better. Hey, so that would be my opinion. I do have a list that we're going to post the link to that will give you the list of the dry foods that the Veterinary Oral Health Council deems as better for your animal's dental care. Okay, so that's my opinion on dry versus canned. Once again, my opinion, this is a really hot topic. Okay, now, big time topic that I hear about right now. Grain-free foods. Grain-free, meat byproducts, all this, they're getting such a bad rap. Well, grain-free, as I mentioned before, grain-free, grain foods, that's okay. I mean, dogs, when the wild dog goes and eats the antelope, he eats some grain in there. He eats the grasses. He eats what that antelope ate. So he does eat that. So unless your dog has a specific allergy to the grains, then there is no scientific proof that a grain-free diet is superior. So it is what I call a fad. It's the all-natural, organic new term that people love to throw around. Doesn't mean your dog's eating a better food if it's grain-free. If it has an allergy, an elimination trial needs to be performed. It doesn't need to go on grain-free because it could have an allergy to the chicken or the duck or the beef or the buffalo or whatever is in that dog food besides grain. It can have an allergy to anything. So elimination diet is the way to go. If you have questions, call about that. And then the third topic is raw food. This isn't quite as big as it used to be, but I still get my clients that believe that raw foods are a much better way to go, or homemade diets are a better way to go than dog food. And I can't say I blame them. It's kind of scary today when you go out there and you think you're buying a quality dog food that you trust, and lo and behold, tomorrow it's recalled. So it's hard to say, but until they give me a better option, a safer option, that's what I recommend for 99 and 9/10% of all pets, because it is safer than the alternative. Raw diets are dangerous in the fact that you're taking a chicken or a meat source raw, which can be, when it's put through the processor, when it's slaughtered, bacteria get on that meat. Then bacteria go home with you, and then bacteria are on your table. Just like when you cook chicken at home, you're supposed to clean up the counters, clean everything you touch. If you feed that dog that raw meat, you are feeding him bacteria, and that can kill him. 70% of all dogs that are fed raw food have Campylobacter in their stool. That means that is a food poisoning bacteria that you can catch also. 70%. That's high. That's why I do not believe in raw diets. If you want a home diet or a raw diet, please talk to a veterinary nutritionist. It's not something that should be left for this is something I want to try. This is something my neighbor told me about, or my breeder or my groomer told me about. This is something you need to talk to a specialist about. And there are some good answers for better skin, better coat, better joint health, heart disease, but you need to talk to a nutritionist before you just try going and feeding some Tyson chicken to your dog. And that's all I have to say. I know these are hot topics, and I want to thank you very much for your time, and I've got links to websites that should help with you with your information. Thanks.